Hello Facebook ads people, I'm Konstantinos, and today we're going to do another CBO optimization together so that you can see another example. So I do several consulting calls and I meet people, and my YouTube channel is becoming bigger and bigger, so more people reach out to me. There is one thing that I realize all the time, and now I understand it more. I cannot understand why it's so difficult, but on the other hand, I do understand that it needs a lot of experience. And this is CBO optimization. CBO optimization is very difficult because you cannot just do a blueprint of one case. There are so many different cases. This is why I decided that whenever I see something that I find interesting in my optimization with CBO campaigns, I'm going to show it to you, and hopefully, along with the paid course and along with the videos over here, we're going to compile so many different case studies of CBO optimization that you're going to see different and have different ideas. You're going to then do it with your own ad accounts, because this is the most important, and then you're going to learn eventually how to do CBO optimization. I already have a lot of examples, for example, for how we optimize an Advantage Plus campaign. But now we also had a limit of 8 Advantage Plus campaigns. So if you scale, like me, accounts to 300K, 400K, 500K per month, then you need more strategies in order to spend more money. Unless if you're one of these guys that you're doing one campaign to do all of that, and then when you have a bad month, you're coming crying.
Hey Konstantinos, help me.
So the thing is that I have trained a lot of people. You can train someone in 1 or 2 months for all of your philosophy and your ideas, and of course with the help of the coach. But after that, it needs a lot of experience and a lot of spending on money and a lot of optimization on campaigns in order for them to learn CBO campaigns. Sometimes it's taking 1 year, sometimes it's taking more, depending on how much money they're going to spend and in how many ad accounts they're going to have access. That being said, let's go on my PC. Let me show you another case study of how I optimized the CBO campaign and what I did there and how it worked. I don't know if it's just intuition to me after spending a lot of money. I'm just going to try to share all of that, and hopefully it's going to help a lot. But I know by talking with people that there are some people that they are never going to understand it, and it's okay. We cannot all do CBO optimization in a very deep level. Some of you, you're going to understand and you're going to do it. Some of you, you're going to hire people to do it for you. Okay, let's go to my PC. Okay, so let's go to see the case study. In this ad account, in the previous month, in June alone, what I have done is 86.8K, 2.45, and now I'm in the process that I'm trying to scale even more. What happened here is that I have reached a limit of 8 Advantage Plus campaigns in the ad account. If you are new to this channel, we really like to do campaigns with we really like to scale accounts with a lot of campaigns, different strategies. And now that we reached to the point that we don't have any more Advantage Plus to use because the maximum is on 8, we're going to use a crazy method over here with stacked lookalikes, which I know from past tests that it's working very well in this ad account. And the campaign that I have done is this one, which start, as you cannot see it because I'm going to blur it, but the previous month we have done, as I said, 2.45 with this spend, and this month alone we are on 131, even better return on ad spend, and most probably it's going to close on around 150K. And I'm scaling aggressively. Just because you're doing Advantage Plus campaigns with $800 or $1,000, it doesn't mean that you cannot do CBO campaigns with that and having their different assets. The strategy that we're using here is well known to all of us, which is the crazy method, and inside we have stacked lookalikes, which basically is when you stack a lot of 10% lookalikes and all of these ads are the same. You can go and you can watch my stack lookalikes video or my crazy method video if you want to learn more about it. The reason that we are here is because we want to see the journey of the optimization of this specific CBO campaign. Most of the people would have closed this one because they would think that it's not going to be, they're not going to be able to optimize it because it's completely different from this one. For example, this one on the 17th, we can see that when we launched this campaign on 17th, it was, not now, but let's go on this one, on the 18th. It was profitable since the first day. and we didn't have any issues with that. What we have done in this one, which is completely different from this one, is that the moment that I saw that it was bringing me, by the way, in this account we have a break-even ROAS of 2, and the owner told me to scale as much as I can as long as I'm bringing 2+ ROAS, because obviously he's getting more than that. So in this specific situation, we have a CBO campaign that if you go inside, you see I haven't closed anything, because over here, even on the last 7 days, you will see that all of those are having sales. So what am I doing over here is that I'm keep scaling. I started this campaign with $400. The moment that I saw in the first 1 or 2 days that it was getting a lot of sales in a lot of ad sets, I said, okay, let's scale it to 600, let's scale it from 600 to 800. And as you can see, I have done it in 19 and 20. And at this point on the last 7 days, I'm getting 4.52. Why am I not scaling more? Because we have a stock issue with this item. I have scaled so much. So right now I'm trying to maintain a budget which is going to take us to the period that they're going to restock it. Sadly, guys, it's not about only scaling, but it's also about watching what are the actual needs and the outside factors that they might influence your ads. What's the point of me spending all of this money super fast and then getting out of stock and losing one campaign, which might bring also other sales, okay? Because we're talking about one item that it's the leader on this campaign. So on this campaign, you can see we have a completely different approach. We haven't closed anything. We just kept everything, and we kept increasing the budget because we saw that even if we put $200 between 10 ad sets, that all of them are having good ROAS and good results, it's going to be absorbed easily. And then again, if I had the luxury of having more stock on this item, I would have increased the budget more and more. We will talk about this one before we close the video, but let's go on this one. On this one, what we can see is that it started on the 7th, I believe. And it started really bad. It's on 0.87 on the 7th. On the 8th, it went to 1.83. Okay, but still below what we want. 1.48 on 10th and 1.96. Then it's going to start increasing a little bit because I'm improving it after that point. And you can see that after that point, in just from the 7th, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 days. I have closed already all of this and I'm staying with 3 ad sets over here. But what was the turning point? Why did I wanted to do this video to explain you how I optimized it? If we go on the 7th to the 10th, you're going to just see something over here. When you go and you optimize inside the CBO campaign, you are always watching what is happening between your ad sets. And maybe I should go from 7 to 9. Here we are having 1.5 over here ROAS, which is very bad. And when you are having so many campaigns, a lot of people would come and would say, okay, let me close the whole campaign because I don't think that it's optimizable. By watching this, I think that it was optimizable. Why? Because we have a situation here that we have 2 ad sets, one of them profitable and one of them which is not profitable, which are having completely different results. And we have a third one which is also having close to profitable results. And this can be our volume. Okay, I believe that I wasn't seeing 3 ROAS on this one by the time that I was doing this optimization because of delayed reporting. I remember pretty well what was happening here. So in this situation that I'm having 2 leading ads over here that they're taking the majority of the budget, why do we care about that? Because when we have a CBO campaign and we see one ad set taking all the budget, if this ad set is having 2 ROAS or 2 point something ROAS, we know that we can get an average result of 2 or 2 point something because it's a majority of the budget. And the others, they just need to come and improve it or just make it lose a little bit. But still, if your main ad over here in a CBO campaign is taking most of the budget and is having a specific ROAS, you know what kind of ROAS you can achieve in the campaign. But here we had the difficulty that this main budget was being distributed among 2. Most of the times people would close this one because they would see this one and they wouldn't see that here we have a situation that if we take a gamble, maybe it's going to pay off. So what was the gamble? The gamble, it was coming here, closing this one, and seeing how this budget that we're going to liberate, which is a lot, it's going to be distributed from the others. And if this one, which is our second spending ad, it's going to be able to sustain the extra budget and become now the leader ad, but also maintain the ROAS that it has. So the option here was either to close the whole campaign and start optimizing it all over again, or to close the leading ad over here that was spending all of this amount of money with 1.16, liberate the budget to the others, and see if your leading ad now is going to stay on 2.34. And we can see that after we have done that, if we go on the 10th, for example, we can see that this one is already closed. It's just spent 15, it's just nothing. And we can see that now the whole campaign starts shifting. Now, would you be able to know that? No, it's coming from experience, guys, okay? If you optimize a lot of CPO campaigns and you have done it once, you can see that it's working. Maybe it wouldn't have worked pretty well because all of the budget would go to the main ad that now stays and takes all of the budget. And all of that would mean that it could go immediately and ruin it, because over here you can see that out of the $500 in that day, the 320 they just go into this ad set, but it wasn't ruined. It continued doing well. And then we have this situation that we are just closing more and more here, and we're being left with those. Of course, we lowered a little bit even the budget just to stabilize it, because what did we do? We took these three, we filter by selection, and then we saw what they were spending yesterday so that we can say, okay, I'm happy with this here. I want to spend $400 now instead of spending $500 because I have closed several of my other ad sets. Now, in this situation, if we see now on the last 7 days, we can see that we have over here, oh, by the way, let me see also here on the 10th. Okay, so my leading ad is this one. Now we have this one becoming the leading ad. And if we see from 11, for example, to 17th, let's see what happened. You can see that it was doing better. And another thing that I want to point out here is this. If we see right now on this period, we can see that one of them is not doing so well. For example, if we watch from the 7th up to the 12th over here, we can see that from these three, this one, it's having 1.25. Now, the whole point of CBO campaigns is not just you go and taking something from $500 to $200. It's also maintaining some spend. So what we have here is an ad set that is producing 1.25, and this is the biggest mistake that most people are doing. They will just go and close it. You don't need to close it. You're getting good average results over here, and you're close to your target, which is 2. If we continue after that, from 12 to here, you can see that this one has also improved. Even if it wasn't going to improve, we were going to leave it, okay? We're not aiming here for 3, we're aiming here for 2. And the reason that we left it is because it was giving us volume, and instead of spending $200, we were able to stay on $400 spend. And if we go now on, let's go from 18 to 26, I guess, in order to see, it's dropping a little bit, but still we are in a very good acceptable rate. This is still problematic. This is still a problematic ad set, but we don't care about it because in average we're getting the results that we want. And why? Because our leading ad over here with 2.72, it's having most of the budget, and we have the other one which is taking some of the budget, but it doesn't matter because it cannot drop it so much so that we're going to have a problem with our ROAS. I hope that it's going to help you understand more how we optimize this specific CPO campaign in this specific situation, how we cut our leading ad, and how we had a replacement which was spending actually the same amount of money so that we can see if this one is going to accept the new budget, and then how we cut all the losses and we just in 3 or 4 days we optimized the CPO campaign that most of the people they were going to leave, and how we maintained it after that, because most people, even if they have done that, they would have ruined it because they were going to close the third one and they were going to lower it a lot. So right now we're spending with 2.41 ROAS. In the last 7 days, how much is it? Is it dropping more? No, in the last 7 days it's increasing more. It's just doing this and that. So we're spending all of that, and we have spent much less money, and we wouldn't have also the volume, because it's not only about scaling whatever has 2 ROAS plus, but scaling also other ad sets, and in the average giving you the results you want in order for you to be able to go from 80k spend in 150k spend in just 1 month. You cannot do it in another way if you just look each one of the ad sets individually, especially when you are working with CBO campaigns. This is how it was optimized. Let's go to the last one just to close this situation. Again, in this situation, we can see that we're having some very good results. Already this one is spending for 2 days. All of the ad sets are having sales 3.57. This is far away from what we want. And if we see here, we haven't scaled it at all. So what I would do here is I would go immediately and I would do this to 1000 because it makes total sense, right? We are getting over here our whole campaigns on 3 ROAS on the last 7 days, 42K spent. Let's keep increasing. And let's try to get to 200K, 250K the next month if the results are going to be like this. Another thing that I want to point out about this ad account is that this ad account is now scaling like this because it was built in order to be able to scale. I have a lot of campaigns, different structures, different post IDs, cost caps, I'm having normal ads and all of that. All of this is helping a lot in terms of being able to scale more and more because you are having a very good structure of a lot of different campaigns. Now we are focusing more in CBO because Advantage Plus has already been optimized with the ways that we have explained how Advantage Plus campaigns are being optimized. I hope that it's going to help you technically. Just so you know, this is just one of the million cases, okay? But when I see interesting stuff, I'm going to show you. Here today we have seen two. For example, all of the ads is working. We can just increase the budget in CPOs. In most of my videos I'm against that, but here you can see that I'm also doing it. This is why I don't like to say don't do this or do that. There are just specific rules that you need to follow or experience that you need to have. And then we have the other that we are watching, that we are watching also our stock and we don't want to just deplete it. We want the campaign to stay there because it's not only the one product that they buy, is that because of this product, maybe they buy also other products. So you don't just want to deplete it and lose all the other sales that you're going to have in a period. Also, it's helping you to maintain a budget and keep scaling. And then we have the other CBO campaign that it wasn't doing so well. In just 3 days, we managed to turn this situation by just closing one of the leading ads that was doing bad and giving all the money to the other leading ad that was doing well. There are other 1,000 cases like this one, and I will try to make more videos to educate you about them. This is another case study. I hope that it's going to help you and bring you one step closer to understanding more CBO optimization. Don't forget that if you want to learn more about Facebook ads, you can check my book, my course, and my website. And until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.